stand on what I say, mate. I'll either fight in the ring and forget about that one box, fought world-class men in my time. But let me tell you this, my old mate. I will fight you gypsy style. Don't you worry about that. I've never ever denied a challenge in my life, my friend. You've mentioned my name, you've got to fight.
And things got a little bit heated towards the end, and we just sort of said to each other, look, like, we'll leave it. But then we've been on the socials, we've been messaging back and forth, and I basically said in the end, you're flushed. You're just all talk, you're all walk around like hard men, like you're gonna beat this guy down, beat that guy down, you'll fight anyone, you're fighting men. But there's not a lot of action. You know?
Fear no man, let alone you. And pal, I've seen you sparring, you're no good to me, my mate. But listen, I'll fight you gypsy style, because fighting's too hard, mate, to do for free. Let's fight for
both at the same time, I don't give a So here we are. I got a contract pushed under my nose through Misfits. John must have instigated that. And I signed.
I mean, Eddie, when I spotted Eddie, he was what, 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy. But Tommy should win, innit? Like, he should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good fight.
No, not really. It's thuggish behaviour. John Fury's, is boorish, thuggish, unedifying, unpalatable, uncouth, vulgar behaviour. Absolutely. But what do you expect from John Fury?
Well,
John Fury's been in prison for gouging someone's eyes out. What did you expect him to do? Convert into a Samaritan? Is it a nice look? No. Was it a nice look over the years in boxing about so many things? This ridiculous sentimentalising of society and expecting everyone to behave in their best version.
Oh, he's going to take it seriously. Now, I expect Tommy to pretty much do what he wants with him if he can get, Eddie to relax a little bit after the first, second, and maybe third round. Because as big as Eddie is and as athletic as he is, he can't box very much. He's not a great boxer. He swings for the bleachers. He's got great power, obviously, and he's a good athlete. Like, he's a really good quick-twitch athlete. But even in the Hafthor Bjornsson fight, I can't even believe we're referencing this in terms of a Tommy Fury fight, but even in that fight, I know Eddie had like one arm because he had a shoulder messed up, but Thor outboxed him and stuck a left hand on him. He was a southpaw. It was tricky, but hey, listen, and Tommy is not like a high-level operator, but he better be high-level.
Brock Hall just signed the contract while John Fury keeps running his mouth. The world's strongest man is so confident he wants Tommy Fury first, then John straight after. That's not just talk. That's a man who's absolutely done with the Fury family's games. John Fury claims he's the toughest man in Britain and ready to fight anywhere, anytime. But here's what fans are noticing. Eddie's the one actually stepping up and putting pen to paper. John's all bark while Eddie's signing contracts. The pattern is becoming embarrassing. Carl Frock says John crossed the line completely. All those prison references and personal threats, that's not entertainment anymore, that's dangerous territory. Eddie talks about fighting in the ring like a professional. John drags everything into the gutter like a street thug. Eddie absolutely destroyed John Fury and didn't hold back one bit. He's calling out John for being surrounded by yes men feeding his ego constantly. The scariest part? Eddie's not intimidated at all. He's openly mocking John and sees right through the fake tough guy act. Spencer Oliver thinks John's pure social media entertainment built for viral moments. But fans are asking the real question. Does John actually want to fight Eddie Hall or just create headlines? Because Eddie's ready to throw hands while John's busy creating TikTok drama. Tommy admits most of the tension comes from his dad's beef with Eddie. He sounds like he's stuck in the middle of his father's mess. This makes everything more explosive because Eddie's not just fighting Tommy anymore. He's at war with the entire Fury camp now. Tommy keeps saying boxing is more than brute strength and Eddie's size won't save him. But here's the problem. Eddie only needs one clean shot to end everything. That danger is exactly why fans refuse to count out the world's strongest man despite Tommy's experience. Even Spencer Brown tried calming things down by calling it heated emotions. They shook hands before, then everything exploded again publicly. The rivalry feels deeply personal now. Eddie believes John disrespected him repeatedly, and you can sense genuine bad blood building for fight night. Wade Plemons thinks Eddie still looks raw technically and questions his timing and distance. But even while criticizing Eddie, Wade admits one massive right hand changes everything completely. That's the scary part for Tommy. Eddie doesn't need 6 rounds of boxing. Just one moment. John's backing Tommy heavily and insisting Eddie has no clue what he's walking into. But here's what's interesting. Even John admits Eddie deserves respect for stepping up despite not being a pro boxer. That says everything about Eddie's fearless mentality right there. Eddie Hearn believes the situation became personal and crossed normal promotion lines. Some moments went too far, but controversy brings attention in boxing. This fight feels bigger than anyone expected because fans want to see Eddie and John settle things face to face. Wade tears into Eddie's sparring footage and calls his technical progress unimpressive. Critics say he's stiff and relies on brute force over fundamentals. But Eddie built his career proving doubters wrong during strongman competitions too. That mentality could shock everyone if he lands something huge. So here's the reality. This has become one of boxing's wildest crossover stories ever. Tommy's fighting to protect the Fury name while Eddie's fighting with pure emotion and something to prove. If Eddie lands that one massive shot and pulls the upset, the internet will explode, and the Fury camp will never live it down. Who do you think wins when they finally step in the ring? Does Tommy outbox Eddie comfortably, or can the world's strongest man produce the biggest upset of the year? Drop your prediction in the comments, smash that like button if this breakdown helped, and subscribe because this fight is about to get absolutely insane.
And I will stand on what I say, mate. I'll either fight in the ring much and forget about that one box fought world-class men in my time. But let me tell you this, my old mate. I will fight you gypsy style. Don't you worry about that. I've never ever denied a challenge in my life, my friend. You've mentioned my name, you've got to fight.
And things got a little bit heated towards the end, and we just sort of said to each other, look, like, we'll leave it. But then we've been on the socials, we've been messaging back and forth, and I've basically said in the end, you're full of shit. You're just all talk. You're all walk around like hard men, like you're gonna beat this guy down, beat that guy down, you'll fight anyone, you're fighting men. But there's not a lot of action. You know?
Fear no man, let alone you. And pal, I've seen you sparring, you're no good to me, my mate. But listen, I'll fight you gypsy style, because fighting's too hard, mate, to do for free. Let's fight for
both at the same time, I don't give a So here we are. I got a contract pushed under my nose through Misfits. John must have instigated that. And I signed.
I mean, Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy, but Tommy should win, innit? Like, should win. But Eddie, who knows? Who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good fight.